Staying down anyways.
Nice fish. Good one.
That'll work.
That'll work.
Boy, did that eat that, huh?
Yeah. It's gone.
Well, it is not the biggest fish in this sea we call Mille Lacs, but it's a nice one. We're out here having a blast today. This is a paddle style, throwing it on a 3/8 head, half at times, and just swimming it through some sparse cabbage out here. My basic setup, I like to use fluorocarbon. 15, 17 pound fluorocarbon leader. I come up to a swivel knot myself, a barrel swivel. A lot of guys will just tie a uni knot or something. It's easier for me, and I think it's faster to just do the barrel swivel. But then I just throw that out there, and I snap jig it with the 6.9 Black Rain. That's one of the things we looked at when we designed this rod, was to give it the ability to go, you know, from a 9 o'clock to noon setup. A lot of times these fish will grab that either at the top of the stroke or as it falls again, and then they're all of a sudden they're just there. So we built in a really fast tip on the 6.9 Black Rain, and that gives me the ability, as soon as I know there's a fish there, I can still get the hook into it. And that's a lot of what we did in this rod, and we're having fun with it today. We're locating some sparse cabbage weed patches, and I'm just simply making a long bomb cast out. Wait until I see my fire line settle in. I'll see it dip when it hits the bottom. And there it hit. And then I'm just working it back through the weeds. Give it a hard rip, let it fall again, hard rip, fall. And then, like I said earlier, the fast tip on the Black Rain is what really excels with this technique, because you don't always feel the fish pick it up, especially when it's windy like this. You'll get more bow in your line, things like that. But as soon as I know it's there, I've got all the backbone I need to drive that hook home, and that's a big piece of it. A softer tip rod, you can't always get that hook driven into the fish, and you'll lose more. Very, very few times throwing a jig in plastic with this rod combo results in a lost fish, because you're just able to drive the hook home into them. Fish.
Ooh, good one, Brett.
Right on cue. Catch one, catch two, right? Well, like a twin to what you just caught. I'll just flip that one. He's in there pretty good.
They're eating them good.
They are. You know, one thing with what we're doing, and the crucialness of the sensitive rod, as we keep, you know, alluding to, it's amazing how good a walleye will eat a piece of plastic. But what's also more amazing than that is if you don't have the right rod in your hand to feel that thump immediately, they spit it out a lot faster than they suck it in. So I mean, it's really crucial to have the right equipment to do this, because they're going to whack it, and they're going to whack it hard, but they're also going to spit it out as soon as they realize what they just did. So look at that, it's pretty photogenic. I'm going to save the penalty on this one, Joe.
Okay.
The other key component to having the right rod and the right action and a stiff enough tip to do this is, most of the time when that fish hits it, it's charging at the bait. So that's why we don't always know how big the fish is right away, because once we get the hooks in it, we've got to catch up to it. So if you don't have the ability to drive those hooks home when that fish is charging, you're just not going to get them in there.
I think we found a little pot of them, Brett.
Yeah, about the same. Yeah, it's fun though.
Mind if I join you back here?
No, come on back. Just back here trying to make it rain, you know?
You're making it rain, Brett.
Before the rain. Oh yeah, that one ate it. These fish are lucky we're not here for a fish fry. I would call this, these an extra fast tip, allowing you to get those hooks to drive home. But, this is all based off a medium action rod, of course. But the more key to it to me is the actual taper and design and action of that tip to be able to do this stuff.